Welcome back, boys and girls. And the title of today's story is At the Old Haunted House, written by Helen Ketteman and illustrated by Wragg. Are you ready, boys and girls, for a fun, spooky story? Well, let's go. At the old haunted house, in a room with no sun, lived a warty green witch and her wee witchy one. "Spell!" cried the witch. "Poof!" cried the one. And they both practiced spells in the room with no sun. At the old haunted house, where a cold draft blew, lived a big monsters, and her wee monsters too. "Stir!" called the ma. "We stir!" cried the two, and they whirred and they stirred while the cold draft blew. By the old haunted house in the dead hollow tree lived a scrawny black cat and her wee kittens 3. "Scratch!" cried the mother. "Meow!" cried the 3, and they scratched and they growled in the dead hollow tree. Now, boys and girls, can you see the 3 trick-or-treaters? How cute in their costumes. They look a little bit worried though, huh? Guess where they're going to trick-or-treat next? Up that hill to the haunted house. They are so brave, boys and girls. Let's read on to see what happens next. At the old haunted house with the squeaky old floor lived a green pa goblin and his wee goblin 4. "Dust!" called the pa. "We dust!" said the 4. And they spread lots of dust on the squeaky old floor. What great helpers the little creatures are. At the old haunted house where scary things jive lived a ma werewolf and her wee wolfies 5. "Howl!" cried the ma. "Aroo!" wailed the 5, and they yowled and they howled where scary things jive. They are having so much fun. Look how happy they are. In the old haunted house, in a vault made of bricks, lived a papa vampire and his little vamps 6. "Show fangs!" papa cried. Hiss went the 6, and they snarled and they shrieked in the vault made of bricks. At the old haunted house, teaching a lesson, was a hairy mom bat and her bitty bats 7. "Deep dive!" cried the mom. Flip flap went the 7, and they dipped and they dove in their dip diving lesson. Now, boys and girls, can you spy the trick-or-treaters now? They are walking by the graveyard. They are so brave, boys and girls. I would not do that. Would you? Let's read to find out. By the old haunted house near the graveyard gate lived a spooky dad ghost and his wee ghosties 8. "Haunt!" cried the dad. "Boo!" cried the 8, and they booed and they floated through the graveyard gate. Look how cute the little ghost creatures are. I can't. Look how cute with the glasses and the ponytails. Very cute ghosties. At the old haunted house, half covered with vines, lived a mommy and her wee mummies 9. "Mix!" called the mommy. "Wee mix!" called the Nine, and they stirred and they mixed in the house with the vines. And there go the trick-or-treaters again, peeking through the window. I wonder if they're getting scared now. At the old haunted house in the dusty old den lived a fat ma spider and her wee spiders 10. Spin, called the mom. Weave ho, called the 10. And they spun sticky webs in the dusty old den. I guess they weren't afraid because they're knocking on the door. At the old haunted house, the front door creaked. Trick or treat, yelled the children. The ghosts shrieked, eek! Come in, called my mummy. The monsters made stew. The mummies made cake. The witches zapped brew. Wow, look at their dinner table, boys and girls. Those eyeballs look delicious. The creatures all grinned as they struck up the band, and the spiders all swung on sticky web strands. The ghosties floated as the music played, black cats scratched and werewolves bayed. The vampire band played music all night, and they all had fun at the Halloween fright. The end. Oh my goodness, I loved this story. Boys and girls, did you enjoy it? Well, thank you so much for reading with me again, and I will see you again real soon. Bye-bye.